Good evening, everybody. If you've been waiting around for this show to begin, we really want to thank you for your patience. It is just about to start. This is Nick Carter, and I'm here again with my good friend Brian Theoret, who has recovered from a little bit of an injury on his wrist. So we're ready to go with Coffeehouse Folk one more time. And Coffeehouse Folk is a Wednesday night event. We try to do it every other Wednesday, or certainly 2 or 3 times. I should say at least twice a month anyway. And we are very lucky tonight to have Dan Hulse with us, very talented songwriter and great guitar player. And we have Brandon O'Sullivan in the wings, keeping us looking good and sounding good too. Brian, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Nick. Good to see you too. I'm very excited to be back doing this, and yeah, let's.
I think we're going to have Brian. Brian, it's over to you, my friend. I'm going to stand down, and after Brian does the 3 songs, Dan will jump in, and then I'll close out the first round of the 3 of us in a little while. So over to you, Brian. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
All right. Thanks, everybody. This first tune is, I think, one of my newest tunes. It's a tune about basically making a big decision, big life decision, and making the right choice. This is called Pictures on Our Fridge. I'm thinking about what you said to me last night, as I catch a glimpse of you outside the kitchen window. The wind, it blows your hair, it tickles your face, as you sit below the sycamore's evening shadow. There's nothing to fret about right now. We're together in this time and this place. The glow of your lips, that sweet mango lip balm. I can taste your words and feel them on your face. This trip is only beginning. Masking on this bridge, we'll take lots of pictures and hang them on our new fridge. In that moment it felt like time stood still. My soul, it took a deep long breath. You calmed my nerves and now my heart is full. Forever room for more, she smiled and said, there's nothing left to say, I'm just so proud of you. You made a choice and that's yours, and you made it all right. It's the light, they say, you see at the end of a tunnel. And we can see it now. In earnest, I didn't think it could possibly work. You proved them wrong with a struggle, but kept your pace. You took those cracked, sweaty leather reins, weathered by hands, and trusted your fate. This trip is only beginning, basking on this bridge. We'll take lots of pictures and hang them on our new fridge.
Very nice.
Thanks, everybody.
Great song.
Beautiful.
I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. This next tune was inspired by gotta get my placement here. Sorry, this next tune was inspired by hero of mine, guy by the name of Ellis Paul. He basically said this phrase that really stuck with me, and it ended up being most of that phrase ended up being the chorus of this tune. This one's called Heartbeats. So take 3 breaths, enough to break the panic. The barricade down, I've had it with the static. The bridge once crossed, set free into the wonder. A wise friend spoke, these words circle in my ear. You only have so many heartbeats, use them on the ones you love. You only have so many heartbeats, use them on the ones you love. So drawn right in by the supernatural beauty, clay in my hands, formed by fingers gently, and flames of fear, licking bark on a tree. It's you and me, dear, trying to let this wind blow free. You only have so many heartbeats, use them on the ones you love. You only have so many heartbeats, use them on the ones you love. So blink 3 times, enough to make 'em water. It's down the hill, and in the light we ponder. My trunk is full, dusty in the attic, with watering eyes. These words circle in my ears. We only have so many use them on the ones you love. You only have so many heartbeats. Use them on the ones you love. You only have so many heartbeats. Use them on the ones you love. You only have so many heartbeats. Use them on the ones you love.
Nice.
Heartbeats.
Beautiful.
Who's this Ellis Paul guy again?
He's okay.
Yeah, I'll have to look him up.
He's a pretty good, yeah. Yeah, he is worth a look, I guess. Yeah. No, seriously, if you don't know who Ellis Paul is, first, shame on you. Second, go check him out. Because he's amazing. And he's a good friend. And, yeah. Anyways, in light of the fact that I just got some recent mail saying I'm due for jury duty in August, I decided to break this one out. This one is actually one that I wrote while serving jury duty quite a few years ago. This one's called Juror Number 3. They never picked me, so I took the time and wrote this song while I was there. It's from the perspective of one of the jurors after an unfortunate accident. Juror Number 3. Another name called now. You know it's not the first. Spirit, it's at home now, with the body in the hearse. Flown away all too soon for a parent's new wife. Kneel and say a prayer now and plead all your goodbyes. Jurors as they gather, all the evidence was heard. An accident did happen, but it's more than what occurred. The driver, if convicted, hands up to his fate. His actions consequences, in his mouth as if to take. Gavel cracked wood to wood on the tabletop, and there he stood with all he could as the gavel dropped. Juror number 3 stood, the gavel on his mind. The weight cracked the tabletop, adjourned, he closed his eyes. The man will spend his every breath and leave behind it all. The lives he crushed will never hear the laughter down the hall. The laughter down the hall. The laughter down the hall. Gavel cracked wood to wood on the tabletop, and there he stood with all he could as the gavel dropped. One more drink, I'm sure he said, we'll finish off the night. Whiskey on the rocks, he said, will do me just right. I'm just around the corner, 2 exits and a left. I close my eyes. I never saw, I never saw, I never saw, I never saw her. Gavel cracked wood to wood on the tabletop, and there he stood with all he could as the gavel dropped. Gavel cracked wood to wood on the tabletop, and there he stood with all he could as the gavel dropped.
Bravo, nice,
Great song.
Thanks, everybody.
very nice. Nice to hear you again. Good stuff. The next artist we have here is somebody I met 3 years ago. It will be 3 years, I guess, this fall at the New England Songwriters Retreat. And I was blown away by his guitar work then. The kind of work that he did and the great vocals remind me of Don Schlitz, a great Nashville songwriter, the way Dan sings. So, Brian, I'm going to step back again and we're going to turn it over to Dan Hulse. We're delighted Dan is here. Dan, we're so glad you're with us, man. And here you go, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. It's great to be here. Thanks so much for the invite. It's an honor. And I got to say, being backstage, I have a newfound, thankfulness for all that you guys do. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes with you guys and Brandon there in the back room there. So really appreciate what you guys do here. So thank you. All right, I'm going to start out with, I guess this is a semi-new song. This song was sparked by, I was watching a video of a songwriter. She was coming off stage. She just did one song, and she was talking about there was a lot of stuff going on in her life, but she had to kind of focus on that 3 minutes of song on stage, and that she just had to try to put everything, out of her mind and just, focus on the song, focus on the performance. So this is a song about being in the moment, staying in the moment, which is I usually find very hard to do. This is called the Here and Now. Just 3 minutes is all I ask. Reminisce about our future, rearrange our past. We can argue, we can disagree, but if we never face each other, then how will we see we are not whole? We are apart. What if every waking moment held the seed of a new start? May this be my only vow. I will keep myself somehow in the here and now. Highway life, we drive too fast. We gather up our trophies, but our trophies never last. We replace we don't repair. Yet we're still so surprised when our broken heart's still there. May this be my only vow. I will keep myself somehow in the here and now. Here and now. In an angry bed, we lay with blame, but the anger covers sorrow, and the sorrow covers pain. We can awake and shed this skin. The only moment that matters is this moment that we're in. May this be my only vow. I will keep myself somehow in the here and now. Here and now.
See, I told you he was an amazing guitar player. Beautiful, Dan.
Thank you. Right. I got a few new songs, which I'm very happy about. They don't come that often. All right. So, this is a song called Water Over a Stone. It's kind of a companion song, I think, to the first one. It's kind of an observation of how some of the biggest changes in life kind of happen slowly over time. This is called Water Over Stone. When words are hard as iron, they are a sword, they are a shield. But you turn them into diamonds, their true wealth is revealed. When I stumble over boulders, on this worried life I roam, with the patience of a river, you clear a path toward home. With arms draped around me, voices gentle as a poem, you rock me like a breeze from a cool summer storm. You slowly smooth the edges of this broken life I've known. You forever flow around me like water over stone. No sculpture is impatient beneath the artist's hand. It's the speed of a glacier that carves mountains from the land. So forgive me my resistance, or the times I race ahead. Pull me back to meet you, back to the riverbed. Arms draped around me, your voice is gentle as a poem. You rock me like a breeze from a cool summer storm. You slowly smooth the edges of this broken life I've known. You forever flow around me like water over a stone. Water over a stone. Thank you.
Wonderful.
All right, this song, I don't know where this song came from. I think it just started with a lot of guitar noodling. A lot of my songs come from. And the lyrics actually came pretty quickly for once. This is called Everything Reminds Me of You. The wind sings its lullaby and dries the dew, the morning cry. The sky a mixed up shade of blue. It so reminds me of you. In a honeysuckle breeze, blackbirds flirt with autumn leaves, but they fly away too soon. They so remind me of you. So fly away, my sweet bird, stretch your wings across the sky. Sail on to tomorrow, shed the weight of this goodbye. In the quiet of my mind, the only peace I'll ever find is everywhere I go, everything I do. Everything reminds me of you. Thanks, guys.
That's great. What a pleasure, Dan.
Same here. Thank you.
Really wonderful work. The finger work is, it's a pleasure. I think I'm going to sign up, corner you maybe at Nesser. Spend some time.
Absolutely.
Spend some time watching your work. It's fun to explore the fingerboard, and obviously you're really good at finding your way around that place. So,
I do my best. Thanks. Thanks.
my pleasure. Thank you for being with us. We have another set from Dan coming up, as for sure. I'm going to try to make a difference here too. This, guess it's my turn. It's great to be here with Brian, with Dan tonight, and the song I'm going to share with you now is a little autobiographical that looks back on a time when music had become something of a stranger, and I found my way back to it. The song is called "Guitar Is My Compass." My guitar is my compass. winter 78. Finally quit the band for a job back home with family. I did not see trouble coming down as my guitar became a stranger to me. Fresh out of school, steady paycheck in hand, my pockets full of cash. Had an office in the field, helping farmers work the land for 3 good years before the crash. Then the markets broke the farms, and the banks came calling for the keys. I closed up shop and watched the bridges burn. My hometown wasn't home to me. The right roads don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. As my song will be the stars I'm guided by. Went to work on Wall Street, found no peace of mind. Started playing downtown bars. Finally broke away, left the suits behind and traded stocks for tips in a jar. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. And my song will be the stars I'm guided by. Check it out. On a corner, you'll find me now in Soho, playing like I'm paying off a debt. My guitar case catching quarters for a solo, but it's better than a promise never kept. It's better than a promise never kept. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. Oh, yes, I will. The right road don't always lead you home, and the wrong ones are paved with alibis. But if my guitar is my compass when I go, I'll find my road. And my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Oh yeah, my songs will be the stars I'm guided by. Now come my friend, help me find my road. And won't you guide me home and be my compass when I go.
That's a great song, Nick.
Thank you kindly. Thank you.
That's awesome.
It's a bit of an autobiography. Kind of found my way into music a little later in life, and this one, that song's sort of a quick story about it all. The song I want to share now, actually, basically is just looking at the point of view of somebody who's always worked in a diner, and when I wrote it, I co-wrote it with a very good friend of mine from Nashville named Kent Agee. And the way it worked is that we both got talking one day, talking about just writing a song about what it means to be waiting. And it reminded me of a lady named Angie who ran a diner, or probably still does work at a diner in Connecticut. Very, very fine person, and a real professional about making the customer feel like they're the only one in the room, right? We all know somebody like that, who when you walk into a place, they make you feel like they've been waiting just for you. So when I wrote the song, when Kent and I wrote it, at least my imagining of the song was, what happens when Angie goes home at night, and who's looking after her? And so the song imagines what Angie would have said if we had ever stopped long enough to ask her, when you get home, who's looking after you? It's called Comfort in Your Cup. Yeah, I was born here. Guess I'd live here all my life. Sat right there in that booth, senior prom. Made that satin dress myself. You can probably tell. But it felt like something special with it on. That boy said he loved me, sitting right where you are now. Swore he'd get us both away. Well, he got away all right, and I'm here every night, making tips that I spent yesterday. But I'll pour comfort in your cup and hear your story, though you're only passing through. Yeah, sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. I used to tell myself I'd turn around some night and see him smiling as the jukebox played our songs. But I knew better than that, he's never coming back. So I buckled up my heart and I carried on, pouring comfort in your cup and hearing your stories, though you're only passing through. Yes, sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. You know, that boy called just the other day, said I was his best chance to get love right. I told him he could have tried that line on the girl he left behind, but he ain't gonna find her here tonight. But it was comfort in my cup, and it don't even matter if it's true. Sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. Yes, sometimes it's almost enough to know that everybody feels the way I do. Yeah, I was born here. Guess I lived here all my life. Whoop. Comfort in your cup.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sounds great.
So this is, those two songs are on this new album I've got coming out in September. Looks like September 23rd, the album will hit the real world. These two tracks you just heard will be on it. So will this one. This is a cover. And this goes back about 20 years ago when I heard Turbulent Indigo, Joni Mitchell's wonderful record, and the song How Do You Stop is on it. And James Brown has also performed it. But the version that Joni Mitchell did really kind of caught my ear, and it's always been a favorite of mine. So, with great respect, here's called How Do You Stop? hard bodies, soft emotions, so fast, so smart. The world is at your feet, but what about your heart? Fame and fortune can't hold you tight in the late, late hours of the night. How do you stop? Home before it's too late. You snooze and you lose if you hesitate. How do you stop? Boy, before it's too late. You think love will wait, so you don't hold on. Oh, well, then it's gone. How do you stop? You've had success, lots of fancy friends, a taste of the good life. You thought it would never end. One day you're too young, then you're in your prime, then you're looking back at the hands of time. How do you stop? Oh, before it's too late. You snooze and you lose if you hesitate. How do you stop? Oh, before it's too late. You think love will wait, so you don't hold on. Oh, and then it's gone. How do you stop? Oh, how do you stop? Runaway train, tell me, how do you stop the driving rain? Tell me how you stop ripening corn, and how do you stop a baby being born? How do you stop before it's too late? You snooze and you lose if you hesitate. How do you stop? Oh, before it's too late. How do you start? You're lost if you hesitate. How do you stop love from slipping away? How do you stop? Oh, before it's too late.
Great set, Nick. Sounded awesome.
Thank you. Well, that's with homage to Joni Mitchell and Charlie Midnight and Dan Hartman, the two artists who actually wrote that song. All right. So this is my turn to say, okay, Brian, it's your turn. So I'll stand back. Up.
I did it again. I did it again. I did it again. Yep. See, this is why we have Brandon behind the scenes. Otherwise, this wouldn't be as good as it is. All right. All right. Yeah. Anyways, this great set, guys. Both you both have this do this intricate guitar stuff, and I'm just like drooling the whole time. and I just love it. I'm gonna need to take you two aside when we get together again. Teach me a couple of things. I just wail on these strings, so I need to learn a thing or two about being gentle. But anyways, this next tune is one that I basically wrote entirely by chance. I used a roll of the dice to. I basically rolled the dice 7 times, got 7 random numbers, used those numbers to determine what chords I want to use. Played it in the key of E, getting kind of theory nerdy stuff. I know Nick and Dan will appreciate this. Basically, I rolled a 4, a 3, a 6, a 2, a 5, a 2, and a 1. And that's how they were rolled. That's how it came out. And I decided to use those numbers to do the chord progression and also determine how many syllables are in each line. I don't know if you can hear that when I sing it, but this one is, because it was written all kind of by chance, I decided to write it about gambling, game of chance. This one's called Burning of Aces. Shaking his hand, his thoughts rain, looking down the table. A glance to the gambler's right. Casino aisles, wavered hands, throwing till navel. He stands, a card out of sight, with the conscience to see burning in his pocket. To the gambler's left, he looked to gauge the pace. When they looked away, he palmed the king of spades, and he prayed to his God they burned the aces. A steady pace needs a queen. Where the hell are the aces? 2 down, a jack'll do the trick. Betting with haste, one more time, throw a king to spite it. Disguised, he hopes this one sticks. With the conscience to see burning in his pocket. To the gambler's left, he looked to gauge the pace. When they looked away, he palmed the king of spades, and he prayed to his God they burned the aces. The turn down the river, he couldn't look away. He'll drown if they put one down, stabbed by the ace. With the conscience to see burning in his pocket. To the gambler's left, he looked to gauge the pace. When they looked away, he palmed the king of spades, and he prayed to his God that burned the aces. Burning of Aces.
Love it.
That's great.
Very nice.
Thanks, everybody.
What a great way to write a song.
It was super fun to do it that way, and I mean everything from the chord progression to the number of syllables on each line. I used those numbers, and I kind of lucked out, I guess, with the numbers that I pulled. But yeah, it was entirely all random.
Thank God for that one chord at the end.
I know. I don't know how that happened, but honestly, that's how it did. But this next one has nothing to do with gambling or chance. This is about a. Well, I'll just let the song do the talking. This one's called Broken Beak. That is where it stays, it whistles, it lies, it fades. By the rain's soft dewdrops, hanging on her wings. Her broken beak, it aches, she whimpers, she prays, it stings. Rode the rusty rail roughshod with a candor while she sings. Her whistle song, she sings it to the angels. They bring her peace. Once was a day when she knew where her wings flew, but now they've ceased. An anxious heart she has from the old days, when her nerves were thinned. Although her tail feathers torn by an old thorn, she soars on the wind, looking down on the field over her people, over folks with their hats on their heads, where the river water drains to the ocean, like a spout or a spigot on a well. From up high she can be, she's love, she can tell. Looking up from below, wary and watching her beat, feeling safe under wing as a graceful wind speaks and tells of the truth, seeing the shore to the east. With my broken beat, seeing the shore to the east. Seeing the shore under me. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you. Where's my capo? All right. This last tune is sounded good. All right. This last tune is one that started off as an entirely different tune, and didn't like the tune. It whether good or bad, kind of sounded like Neil Diamond, and I couldn't get it to not sound like Neil Diamond, for better or for worse. So I stole the name and redid the song, and it's an entirely different song, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is sort of a political protest song, a little bit sprinkled in there. This one's called "Before These Days Have Come and Gone." I play around with the timing, which is fun. The newspaper said just what I expected. The headline read just like this: the knife it slid in deep like a jagged splinter. To the bone it ripped our flesh. Politician said words left unspoken, preaching things they've said before. Another broken promise, things are splintered again. The window pane is cracked, my friends. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Town hall we all stood, two sides divided. Our votes are cast to speak the truth. The farmer, your neighbor, your daughter. Their words, they bled down the broken streets. They bled down the rugged street. They bled down the wounded stream. They bled down the street. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said. Before these days have come and gone, remember what they said. Before the ink starts to run, remember what they said before these days have come and gone. Remember what they said before the ink starts to run. Remember what they said.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Very nice.
Appreciate it.
Great song, Brian. That's a great
Thanks
one.
so much.
Yep. So we have good news for y'all. Dan's coming back here in a minute. In fact, there he is. So Dan, over to you. It was great night to be with you guys.
Same here. Thank you, guys. Is that sound still coming through okay? All right, awesome, thanks. So, these next three songs are actually new songs, and this one is so new, it's not even finished yet. But I wanted to play it, I kind of like it. I think it needs another chorus or a bridge or doorway, something like that. This is it's kind of a song about how sometimes we're so focused on the journey we forget what our destination is, and kind of how we can make our own destination. This is called Start at the End. Heavy heart like sundown, eyes of broken gray. You're a king who lost his crown on his final judgment day. Regrets like painted ponies on a carousel of blame. You can ride the ride 100 times, but it always ends the same. Fate is an empty stage. Destiny waits for your pen on the page. Heroes can lose or win. Where will your story begin? Maybe start at the end. Every compass needs direction. Every arrow has its mark. Every story has its ending. Every play a final act. Start with happy ever after. Write the pages in reverse. Maybe she kisses her, or maybe beauty bears the curse. Fate is an empty stage. Destiny waits for your pen on the page. Heroes can lose or win. When will your story begin? Maybe start at the end. Start at the end. Start at the end. World premiere.
Gorgeous.
Very nice.
I can't wait to see what your finished songs sound like, Dan.
Well, there's violins and brass. It's just
Yeah,
it's a
baby,
lot.
that's just beautiful.
All right. Let's see. All right. Another new song. This is a song kind of for those people who don't always fit the mold, don't always fit the rules, but kind of make their own way and find their own happiness. And sometimes they're the ones that solve the big problems because they think differently. Sounds like an Apple commercial, but this is called Change the World. Wise ones will tell you to follow everything according to plan. Black and white rule on a notebook. Take a number, but don't take a stand. Meanwhile, you're on the sidelines. Anything to just disappear. Your body sways to music no one else can hear. I know it's true, 'cause I hear it too. Someone's gonna change the world. Somebody gonna change the world. Someone's gonna change the world. It's gonna be you. Some people find the answers in the back of a hand-me-down book. But someone like you finds new questions when no one even dared to look. And those with good intentions can't understand it all. They try to coax you through the doorway. All you see is a wall. I know it's true, 'cause I have seen it too. Someone's gonna change the world. Somebody gonna change the world. Someone's gonna change the world. It's gonna be you. Kindle the spark, and I'll fan the flames. Feed your own fire, burn all the shame. We can make a difference if we're all the same. Someone's gonna change the world. Somebody gonna change this world. Someone's gonna change the world. It's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. It's gonna be you. Thank you.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Right. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for having me here. It's an honor. It really is. And
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. It's a
Yeah,
pleasure.
Thanks for
sure.
coming.
Wrong capo. Yeah, definitely. And Brandon, thank you for all the help behind the scenes, man. He's the wizard behind the curtain. So this is another new song. It's partial capo, so it's a little challenging to tune. So, this song started, I was thinking about, when we're kids, we just we take it all in, there's no filter, we just take in the whole spectrum, all the colors, all the sounds. You get that big box of, 64 Crayola crayons, and gosh darn it, you're gonna use every one, and every one is beautiful. And then when we get older, it's human nature to start kind of categorizing things, and this is good, this is not so good, this not sure about. So, and it's kind of sad we lose that ability to kind of just take everything in and not worry about comparing things. Sorry. Got lost in the moment of tuning. Anyway, this is a brand new song. This is probably the top of the list of my favorite new songs. This is called I Don't Know Why. I can surely tell you why the sky burns azure blue, how watercolor drops can kiss and make a different hue, why shivering maple leaves change their coats to autumn red, and how there's nothing in the shadows beneath your quiet bed. Still, I don't know why there's hatred when innocent eyes grow dim and finger-painted palettes shed the colors of our skins. Takes a wiser man than I, 'cause I don't know why. And I'll tell you why the moon turns his face from side to side, and how he whispers to the ocean, breathes life into these tides. And I can help you find the shells that sway beneath the soft sea fall, but it's the ones that are most different, the ones that you take home. Still, I don't know why there's anger when our differences appear. We won't accept the beauty, so we build our walls in fear. Takes a wiser man than I. I don't know why there is hatred, why innocent eyes grow dim, finger-painted palettes shed the colors of our skins. It takes a wiser man than I, a much wiser man than I. It takes a wiser man than I. 'Cause I don't know why.
Nice work.
Thank you guys so much. It's been an honor to play with you guys. Thanks.
Pulling out all the stops on that one, Dan.
Pleasure.
Holy smokes.
Thank you, sir.
Performer's purgatory I'm in here. I've got to follow Dan. What a pleasure, though, really. This is just great. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. This is the final, sort of the final segment. I'll be serenading you to the finish line. This is called Old Fashioned Girl. And it's written for that person that you always are glad to see coming. And, you know, she's that person who's kind of mythical. She loves the company of good friends. She loves to dance. She loves music. She likes bourbon. And it's called Old Fashioned Girl. Here we go. The music coaxed her off the street. She's always got a dance floor beneath her feet. She might take you by the hand, but only 'cause she loves the band. You might want her lipstick close, but she 2 steps back before you know. So just bow when she lifts her glass and puts it down and dances past. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. She's smooth as 100 proof. She drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile on Friday night. She dips her finger in, gives that ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Well, she slaps her hand down on my stool. Been so long since I've seen you. Well, here's to another dance. Got me drinking to a second chance. Well, she's a mystery in amber light. She takes me back to high school nights. Wry smiles, a forgotten kiss, a cup of comfort to our lips. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. She's smooth as 100 proof, and she drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile on Friday night. She dips her finger in, gives that ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. Well, the mix will hit me hard if I'm not careful, and she'll go straight to my head, but I can't let her. Oh, I can't let her. She's an old-fashioned girl on the dance floor alone. Oh, she's smooth as 100 proof, and she drinks in every song like whiskey and bitters with a twist and a sugar smile on Friday night. She dips her finger in, gives the ice a swirl. She's an old-fashioned girl. She's an old-fashioned Old-fashioned girl. Thank you.
Nicely done.
Thank you. So we're going to go from the dance floor to the story of what it's like when you try to write a tune and you give the voice of a broken heart to an inanimate object. This is the title track to the album that's coming out. That album that will be out in September is called Fountain Pen, and this song was a wonderful sort of challenge to write, and that's kind of why I made it the title track, Fountain Pen. Please don't hate me for what she makes me write. She's been talking to herself all night. Her trembling hand is steady now, thoughts coming clear. But she's leaving you one last souvenir. I am her only fountain pen, the birthday gift you gave her back then. And I can't count the times she's picked me up and put me down, but she's writing rain tonight, the way the ink is pouring out. Her words say you are out of time, and they lay across the page like a field of mines, and no way out between the lines. I can't stop her from writing, it's the end. I am just a fountain pen, like a jet black arrow flying from her hand. I signed the names the day you traded wedding bands, and Italian summer postcards, late night letters back at school, notes of devotion by two crazy loving fools. But tonight she's asking how it all went wrong, drawing lines straight to all you could have done, and question marks and margins hanging heavy, so cold, and one exclamation point closing in to take its toll. And the words say you are out of time, and they lay across the page like a field of mines, and no way out between the lines. And I can't stop her from writing, it's the end. I am just a fountain pen. Her pain is out of hiding, and she can't fake it anymore. And the ink from my lips draws you a goodbye kiss, and she packs me in her suitcase, pins the letter to the door. Whoa, oh, the words she writes say you are out of time. They lay across the page like a field of mines, and there's no way out between the lines. I can't stop her from writing, it's the end. I am just a fountain pen, and I can't stop before it's over the end. fountain pen.
It's a beautiful
There you have
song. It's so nice.
Fountain pen. So those two songs are on the album. This one won't be on the album. It's a brand new one. And it's one of those songs that you wake up to in the middle of the night, and before you dare go back to sleep, you got to write down the words. Because if you don't write down the words, the lyrics are going to go right down the street to Brian Theoret. And if he doesn't grab them, they're going to go to Dan Hulse, right?
Oh, I'll grab them. I'll grab them.
So, you know, I mean, you know that you know what I'm talking about. And how many times have you said, oh, I'll remember them when I wake up? Right?
Many times.
Yeah, it never happens.
It never happens. Anyway, this song, if my brother Burse over in Maine is watching this tonight, and if he watches it eventually, the name of this song will mean something to him. It's called Coolidge Avenue. And it's a combination of looking back on memories when I was a kid in Caribou, Maine, and a few things I used to do with my dad for lunch. But also it takes me back to some things I used to do with my daughter and my son. In any case, it kind of weaves the stories together, if you will. My memories of my own life as a kid, and then kind of looking back with some real appreciation of what it meant to be a dad for my kids. Anyway, here it is. And it's looking back, reminiscing, called Coolidge Avenue. She comes to see me each Friday, brings chowder, biscuits for two. Our talk opens a window for looking back down Coolidge Avenue. Been in the new place 2 months or so. She asked, Dad, how you settling in? Well, no lawn to mow now, nowhere to go until it's movie night downstairs again. Oh, Coolidge Avenue, Coolidge Avenue. Oh, neighbors and cookouts and kids running through and writing names in hearts carved in the bark of that sheltering giant red maple on Coolidge Avenue. She says, funny how at first I wouldn't try, till you ran with me across the yard, and I zigged and zagged down the drive, pedaling hard, damn near hit the car. Then it was, Daddy, Daddy, I got this. Let me go now, just let me go. No more holding her close. She's got the balance she needs to know. Ah, Coolidge Avenue, Coolidge Avenue. Neighbors and cookouts and the kids running through, writing names in hearts, and they're carved in the bark of that sheltering giant red maple on Coolidge Avenue. Starting college, she said, Dad, I got this. Roommates here, you don't need to stay. Back in the car, home felt so far in the rear view. She waved. Coolidge Avenue, Coolidge Avenue. old neighbor's gone, and all the kids are through, with the names and hearts left in the bark of the sheltering giant red maple. Oh, Coolidge Avenue, Coolidge Avenue, new families moving in and new kids running through. Other names in hearts carved in the bark of that sheltering giant red maple. She comes to see me each Friday, brings chowder and biscuits for two. Our talk opens a window for looking back down on Coolidge Avenue. Ah, Coolidge Avenue. Coolidge Avenue. Coolidge Avenue. So there you have it, my friend.
Very sweet.
Yeah, you know, just a nice song of remembering.
Maybe you took
Everybody
it.
who's been watching tonight, we want to thank you, and it's just it's a lot of fun to do this, and I'm grateful to have Brian with me, who drives us to new talent, namely Dan and things like that, and you know, Brandon is one man behind the curtain who you do pay attention to. So I want to thank you, Brandon, again, and Dan, thank you for joining us,
Thank you guys so much.
been great.
It's been an honor.
and for all the
Thank
folks
you.
been listening in, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Brian.
you very much, everybody.
Over to you, Brian.
All right. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't have any more songs to do. That I think that is the
Yeah, no, I guess
the end of this this shindig. I really appreciate everybody coming to listen. Nick, thank you. Dan, thank you so much. Everybody, Brandon, really couldn't do it without Brandon. One of these days we'll get Brandon on camera. One of these days, but
right.
not today. Not today, he says in my ear. But
One can hope, though. One day that will happen.
but anyways, yeah, this is always it's been so much fun to do this.
Yep.
Blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's
For sure. For sure.
couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
I guess that's it, everybody. So good night. Dan,
Good night,
thank you
guys.
so much, Dan. Great to see you. We'll see you in September, if not sooner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds
And
good.
Brian, I'll see you in a couple
Thanks,
weeks
everybody.
for sure.
All right.
All right, everybody. Stay well.
Sounds
Stay safe.
fantastic.
Thank you all so
night.
much.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.